What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Maddie. Today's video is very fitting for today because today is Halloween, and what better time than Halloween to talk about how to be healthy during the holiday season and how to love yourself, how to stay fit, how to stay healthy. I get asked a lot about my fitness routine and how I stay healthy and how I exercise and what I do for food and all of those things. So I hope you guys like this video, and let's just jump right in. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to give you the top 10 things that I do to stay healthy, and obviously I'm not an expert. I am not a nutrition major or anything like that, but I just know what works for me. These are the things that I've kind of adopted over the years, and this is what I like to do, and I'm not saying that these things are for everybody, but I do get asked about them, so I thought I would share them with you guys. So the first thing is, don't put too much pressure on yourself. I think in today's society, we really focus on social media and looking at other people's lives and thinking, why can't I have that? Why don't I look like that? And I think honestly, the number one thing to do to feel and look your healthiest is to not put that pressure on yourself. We can only do so much, and I think until you kind of get over the hump of feeling like you're not good enough or feeling like you have all these things like weighing on you, then you're not gonna look or feel healthy because you're always constantly stressing about it. Number two is find what works for you. So every single person has a different body type. Every single person has, different ways of feeling good and looking good. So find what works for you and stick to that. I know for me, I know that if I work out at least 10, 15, 20 minutes every single day, at least get my heart rate up and move around and have the majority of my meals be healthy or be eating food that I've prepped for that week, then I know for me that I will feel so much better and look better just because I'm on a routine and I know that that's what works for me. So for instance, like one routine may be really good for me and it may be very, very different for you. So don't put too much pressure on yourself to fit the mold either. Just because one way of eating or working out works for me, that doesn't mean that it's going to work for everybody. Number three, find something that is sustainable. So I think this is honestly one of the biggest mistakes that people make, because they'll get into a diet or a workout routine for say a few weeks or a month or even 10 weeks or 12 weeks, and it works so well, and they'll be feeling their best and look their best, and they might even be their happiest, but it may not be sustainable. So what I mean by that is you want to pick a lifestyle and not a diet or fitness routine. You want to pick something that you can do every single day for the rest of your life. And obviously it's important to switch it up. We all get into lulls with our fitness routines or our eating, and you do have to switch it up. So I'm not saying find one thing that you do and do it every single week for the rest of your life, but I think that it's really, really important to find something that you can sustain. Any of us can go and do a juice cleanse for 3 days and feel great and look great, and then the next day binge eat on cake and candy and chips because we're so hungry, because we've kind of deprived our body of the things that we either think we need or that we're craving or whatever. So find something that's sustainable. Number four is to do your research. So this is something that I have learned to do more as I get older. But there's all these things that you hear about on TV or on Instagram from certain people. There's flat tummy tea, and there's these juice cleanses, and there is the paleo diet, and all of these things that people are doing these days. And really it's easy to fall into that. If you see someone that you think looks good or looks happy or looks super fit, and you want to do what they do, which is not wrong by any means, but I just think that from experience, you really should do your research yourself and not necessarily just fall into the trap of what other people are doing. Because like I said earlier, just because it works for somebody else doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. Number five, try to find a workout routine that you enjoy. Don't just work out just because you feel like you should or just because you feel like other people are telling you to. I know for me, it really is important to switch up your routine. So I have tried anything from yoga, CrossFit, core power, to group fitness classes, to working out at the gym by myself, to HIIT classes, to spin classes, and pretty much everything in between. And when I find something that I really love to do and I don't dread going every single day, that's what you really want to do. You want to find something that you are so excited to go to, that holds you accountable. I know for me, it's easier to go to a class or to a fitness class or to the gym if I know I have other people that are holding me accountable to that. So whether that means having a workout buddy and going with that person, or just having someone in your life that says, hey, have you lifted today? Hey, have you gone to class today? I think all of those things are super important, and whatever you choose to do, make sure you enjoy it. Honestly, working out is one of the best parts of my day, and yes, there's days where you don't want to go, and yes, there's days where you're feeling low energy and all of those things, but the most important thing is to just make sure that you enjoy it. If you're not looking forward to a workout, then you're way less likely to go. And you know, when you actually get there and you go to work out, it's really nice if you actually are enjoying what you're doing and having fun during it. So all that encompasses enjoying the people that are also there working out with you. I know for me at CrossFit, it's such a group atmosphere, and it's such a we push each other so much that's what I loved about that. It's really important to kind of try everything, see what works for you, see what you like, and be consistent. Make that the best part of your day, because it honestly helps with stress, it helps with anxiety, it helps de-stress from your entire day of work, and you know, it releases endorphins. So ultimately you're going to look your best and feel your best after you work out. It just is what it is. Number 6. So this kind of goes along the lines of find what works for you, but number 6 is let yourself enjoy the things that you love. So what I mean by that is I don't believe in having a lifestyle where you are depriving yourself of the things that you love. So obviously we all can be better about eating things and working out harder and doing all these things to look and feel our best, but when it comes down to those certain foods that we love to eat and we're depriving ourselves of those, I truly feel like that's just going to bring you kind of in a negative direction. So let yourself have a cookie or let yourself eat a piece of cake. The way that I go about this is if I know that I'm gonna be wanting a piece of cake later, like it's somebody's birthday party, or I know that I'm gonna wanna have a few drinks with dinner, I will skip my carbs in the morning. And that doesn't mean that I don't eat. It just means you kind of wanna do things in moderation. So let yourself have something if you really want it, but maybe hold off on something else throughout the day that you know maybe you don't need right then. But if this is something that you really are trying to sustain and do as a lifestyle, I think that that's a really good way to go about it. Let yourself have what you want, because if you don't, you're just gonna be craving it, and then eventually you're gonna binge eat it, and all your results kind of will go down the drain. So that's how I choose to go about that. This kind of just goes right into the next one, which is number 7, and that's everything in moderation. So obviously I'm not saying go and have a whole batch of cookies and then starve yourself the rest of the day. And this kind of goes along with number 8 as well, which is portion control. So I'll talk about these two together. I think when you are first getting or changing your lifestyle and figuring out kind of what works for you, this is a big part of it. So my mom always jokes with me that I eat like a 16-year-old boy, in that I love to eat mac and cheese, and I love to eat pizza, and I love to eat all the things that aren't necessarily the best for you, but I feel like if you're doing them in moderation and you do have that portion control and you're able to just eat a small amount of something that you really love that might not be the healthiest for you, then you can make up for it with the rest of your day. If you're eating at least 2 of your meals that you've prepped throughout the week, that you know are healthy, and you know the calories in them, and you know the carbs that you're eating, then ultimately you can allow yourself to have something else in moderation. If you deprive yourself of all those things, it's not gonna be sustainable. And that's just the truth. Okay, number 9 is obviously to find things that you love that are also healthy. So for example, if you like to go out and have drinks with your friends, maybe invite them over to your house and make drinks that are healthy. There's all sorts of recipes out there these days. There are so many resources that we have to make things that are healthy and a little bit less caloric, or you know, something that is still very enjoyable and can kind of curb your cravings but not be super heavy in calories or super heavy in carbs that are ultimately just going to convert into fat in our bodies. So this can be anything from, you know, your meals that you prep throughout the week, finding ways to cut out the extra sugars, the added salt, all the excess carbs that we consume on a day-to-day basis from all the processed foods. So this has been a really, really huge change for me, and I was lucky to grow up in a household where we didn't eat too many processed foods to begin with, but I definitely went through my own learning curve in that, you know, you do have to learn what real food is, and once you kind of know that, it's really much easier to prep meals and to make things, and you actually want to eat that way most of the time. So it really does make it worth it to do your research and to just find easy, quick recipes. It doesn't take a long time. I've honestly gotten my food prep down to about an hour, and I make like 16 meals, and that's usually 3 different things. So it's definitely doable, you guys, and I will be doing a food prep video. I've gotten actually a lot of requests on that, so that will be coming next week, so stay tuned for that. And I'll kind of show you guys what I like to do. So that is actually number 10, and that is prepping your own food. And I know it's so easy to just go out and get a meal. I know for my boyfriend and I, if we decide to go out and we both want to, you know, have a drink or maybe 2, and we enjoy a nice dinner, that's anywhere from $50 to $100, $200 sometimes. And I know people that do that for every single meal. And if that's you, that is totally fine. I'm just saying, for me, I've noticed a huge change in how much money we can save if we choose to maybe just go out once or twice a week, and honestly in your lifestyle and in, you know, in your figure, and you will notice a difference if you prep your own meals from home. And I know it's daunting to some of you guys, but I promise you it does not take that long. There's really, really simple tips that I can give you that are out there, and resources that can really help you to just prep all your meals for the week. And then it's not even a thought, you know, you just, especially if you work full time like I do, it's so easy to just go to the fridge, grab your meals, put it in your lunchbox, and just take it to work. You have them right there. It's not even a temptation to eat something else that might be bad for you. And then if you're eating your prepped meals, you know exactly what you're eating, you know what's in them, and then you can kind of give yourself the leeway to have a cookie if you want, or, you know, have a delicious coffee drink or whatever it might be, because you know that like the majority of what you're eating is good, real food that you've prepped, you bought, and you cooked. So those are my tips, you guys. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment box below. I would love to answer any questions that you guys might have. Again, let yourself have a piece of candy today. It is Halloween. Just remember the portion control and everything in moderation, you guys. And get out there and do something active today. Those are my tips. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be coming back with a food prep video next week, so look forward to that. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. I would really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys back for my next video. Bye.